Hey everyone, I'm Josh from Cold Rate Endurance, and this is a 10-minute runner's mobility routine. It could be done throughout the day, but it does work really well first thing in the morning when you get out of bed. So try give this a go. 10 minutes is no time. Let's jump straight in. So the first one we're going to do is the couch stretch. So this really opens up the hip flexors and the quads. So what we're going to do is tuck our knee in close to the wall, okay? If you've got a really mobile quad, then you can get it right tucked in. Otherwise, we're just going to bring it out a little bit. So just work with your range here. From this position, we're going to bring the other foot up. We're just going to push into this front hip for a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to walk my hands forward. I'm going to walk my hands away. Everyone is tight in different places, okay? So it's your job to find where you're tight and spend time there, okay? So I'm going to move over my front knee a little bit, and you just hunt around for yourself. Cool, and then from here, I'm just going to sit nice and upright. So I'm trying to get my back as close to the wall as I can. When I'm in this position, it's really important that I can squeeze my glute that's back. So my left knee's on the floor, my left foot's back, so I'm going to squeeze my left bum. Okay, so squeeze, and you'll feel that really firing down the glutes there. Good, so another important thing is to relax into these stretches by breathing long, slow and deep. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But let's try and just push that back a little bit further back. Squeeze the bum a little bit more. Just take some long, slow, deep breaths. Good. And then just bringing our hands down and of course switching sides. So bring that right knee into the corner or as close as you can get it. And bring that left foot nice and flat to the floor. And again, we're just going to start here. So just push that chest forward, walking away. This just gets into the hip flexor a little bit more. So again, find where you're tight. You might find that one side's way tighter than another side. And that's why this is so good for running. It really improves that running economy by just balancing everything out. So then sitting upright, again, getting our back nice and close to the wall, shoulders back and down, and squeeze that right bum. So I find this side a lot easier, so my knees a little bit further back to the corner here. So squeeze that bum, and again, long, slow, deep breaths. And with this one, you can see progression over time because as that knee gets a little closer to the wall, then you can really drop into that stretch more and see that progression. Good, so just coming out of that. And then from there, just gonna stay on the floor. So pull this out a little bit. Gonna go into our lizard stretch. So let's do it with our left leg first so you can see it easier. So left leg comes forward. I'm going to walk this back knee back. I'm just going to take my hand and with that elbow, with my hand, I'm just going to place my hand on my foot and use my elbow to push my knee out. And from there, I'm just going to walk my chest away. So I'm really getting the stretch in the groin here, okay? So again, find where you're deep, so walk away. What we're going to do here is a breathing technique called contract relax, okay? So it tricks your brain to drop deeper into the stretch. So I'm going to breathe in for 4, so 4, and then I'm going to contract all the muscles. I'm contracting my glute, I'm contracting my hips, and then as I release for 8, I'm just going to let everything drop and just drop into that stretch. Good. If you've got this in your practice, you can drop your elbows to the floor. I certainly haven't. I've done a few big weeks of Ks and I've tightened up and I've probably neglected my mobility. So this is a reminder to myself as well to sort it out. Cool. We can stay in this position and what we're going to do is we're just going to walk our foot across. Drop the knee to the floor. Just drop into the pigeon stretch. So we've probably done this one before. We want to make sure our chest is nice and high to start with. And then keeping that chest high, we're just going to bring our hands down onto the floor. And then from there, I'm just going to push my shoulders forward and just drop that chest down. So same thing, hunt around. And when you find a tight spot, that's when we contract relax. So I'm tight there and I can feel my breathing's picking up. So I'm going to do a contract relax. So I'm going to breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to squeeze my bum, and I'm going to breathe out for 8. And whilst I'm breathing out, I'm just dropping into it deeper. Oh, good. Just coming out of that. And then I'm going to keep this front leg in the same position. And then what I'm going to do with this back leg is bring it to 90 degrees. Okay, so this is parallel to the mat here. This is parallel to the front of the mat. And then from there, I'm going to go into a deer pose, and I'm just going to walk my hands back. Keep walking them back, and you'll feel the stretch on the outside of the hip here. And if you can do it, just drop your elbows down to the floor. Okay, that's pretty sore for me. I can get my left elbow down, I can't get my right elbow down, and that's fine. And again, contract, relax, breathe in for 4. I'm tensing around the hip, and I'm breathing out for 8. And just letting myself drop into it. We tend to get very tight through here as runners, so this one can be pretty intense. So just don't push the stretch, just let yourself gradually drop into it. Good. And then just walking out of there. And then we're just switching sides. So right foot comes forward. I'm going to walk that back knee back. And then I'm going to start by putting my hands on my foot and just driving that right knee out, turning that chest away. Good. And then when you're ready, see, I can get to my elbows on this side. It shows that left side's a little tighter, so that's where I need to do my work. And again, hunt around. You can play around with that back leg to manipulate the stretch slightly. You can walk your elbows really far away. And when you're tight, contract, relax. So you find the spot and you breathe in for 4. You contract all the muscles around the area you're stretching and breathe out for 8. Just trick that mind, drop into it. Good. Coming out of there. Walking my foot over. Dropping down. Chest nice and high. Walk that chest forward into that pigeon. Good. Breathing in for 4. And breathing out for 8. We can walk that chest over that front knee if we want to. And again, just hunt away. You might find that going the other way is where you need it. Spend a little bit of time. Good. Good. Then we're just going to walk ourselves up just gently. And then we've got that deer stretch on the other side. So that front leg stays at 90 degrees. Just going to move that back shin so it's parallel. Kind of imagine 90 degrees between the front leg and then the back leg. And then just walk yourself back. Whoa, that's tight. Good. And then slowly just walk yourself back further and further. If you can drop down to your elbows, go for it. That's quite intense for me, so I'm just going to come up a little bit. And I'm going to do a contract, relax. I'm going to breathe in for 4. I'm going to tense, and I breathe out for 8. And just drop back into it with a more relaxed mind. Good, coming out of that. And then bring your legs forward. Just going to go into forward fold. We've got this stretch, and then we're just going to release the lower back. So what we're going to do is on the inhale, and reach nice and high. On the exhale, we're going to forward fold down. I'm just grabbing onto my toes. Just really feel that in the hammy. And don't push. My legs aren't straight. I've been pretty consistent with my yoga, if I'd say 4 times a week for the last year, and my legs still aren't straight because I'm running so much. And for me, I'm doing this to stop myself from picking up injuries and to feel more limber when I'm out on the trails. And inhale, exhale. See if you can drop that chest a little bit more. Good, slowly coming out. Last one, just quickly just going to drop down, and I'm just going to bring my foot over the opposite quad And then just drop my knee down to the side. And then take my gaze, so my knee's down on my left side, I'm going to take my gaze over my right shoulder. And if it's a bit intense, having your legs crossed over, you can just uncross them. Whoa, I just got a little pop, that's nice. Good. Over to the other side, cross over, drop them down. Taking that gaze over your left shoulder now. And important, we can keep both our shoulders on the ground here. Good, releasing that. Nice, guys. See, that was around 10 minutes, and that is all you need to do. A few times a week. But yeah, set yourself a little challenge. Maybe the first week, try and get it done every single day. Create some good habits, and hopefully this frees everything up for your running. And yeah, you have some class runs. So let me know how you go. Cheers, guys.